You've been waiting for the right moment to feel aligned with this new year, haven't you? Maybe you thought January would bring instant clarity, that somehow the calendar change would automatically shift your energy, your patterns, your inner world, and yet here we are weeks into 2026 and something still feels unsettled, like you're waiting for permission to fully step into this year. What I've learned is this: January isn't failing you. January is teaching you. If this feels true for you, you might gently acknowledge it by noticing what word wants to meet you as we explore this together. The universe doesn't work on calendar time, it works on readiness time. And January, with all its gentle messiness, is showing you exactly what you need to know about the months ahead. Not because you're behind, but because you're finally listening. Every resistance you're feeling right now, every place where you're struggling to get it together, these aren't signs that you're failing at 2026. These are your growth edges revealing themselves, and growth edges are sacred spaces. Resistance isn't the enemy of manifestation, it's the doorway to it. Resistance shows up to say, there's something here that needs your gentle attention. Maybe you're resisting a new routine because your body needs more rest, not more doing. Maybe you're avoiding that project because you're ready to release the old story that you're not enough. Maybe you're procrastinating because you're learning to honor your timing instead of rushing to please others. What if your so-called delays are actually divine alignment? What if your body and spirit are calibrating themselves to hold the frequency of what you're calling in? This is why January feels different this year. Your soul is upgrading its capacity to receive, and sometimes upgrading requires a gentle pause while new neural pathways form, while old patterns dissolve, while your heart learns to trust its own rhythm again. If you notice your body wants to slow down rather than speed up right now, there's nothing wrong with you. You're not falling behind, you're recalibrating. The patterns showing up for you this month are not random. They're a preview of the year's curriculum. January is your personal university, offering you exactly what your soul is ready to learn. If you're experiencing boundary challenges, 2026 may be your year to master loving self-advocacy. If old worthiness fears are surfacing, this year may be about claiming your inherent value. If you're feeling called to rest more deeply, perhaps 2026 wants to teach you sustainable abundance. Your resistance points are not obstacles, they're invitations. Each place you feel stuck is actually where tremendous energy is stored, waiting to be unlocked with compassion. There is nothing wrong with you. There is nothing broken that needs fixing. There is only a beautiful system showing you where healing is ready to happen, where growth is ready to unfold, where love is ready to expand. And this is the part most people misunderstand about manifestation timing. We think we're supposed to figure everything out first and then feel good. But manifestation works the opposite way. We learn to feel safe in the unknown, and then clarity emerges naturally. As you practice this presence today, you might choose one word to anchor this experience of trusting your own timing. The way you're speaking to yourself this month is creating the foundation for how you'll experience the rest of 2026. If you're being harsh with yourself about not having everything figured out yet, that harshness will color every goal you set, every dream you pursue. But if you're learning to speak to yourself like you would to a beloved friend going through transition with patience, encouragement, faith in their process, then that's the energy that will magnetize your manifestations. I've been noticing the stories people tell themselves about where they should be by now. These stories often contain the very beliefs that have been blocking their manifestations all along. I should be further along contains the belief that you're behind in some cosmic race. I should have it figured out contains the belief that uncertainty equals failure. I should feel more motivated contains the belief that your natural rhythms are wrong. These beliefs are not truth. They're inherited patterns. January is offering you the perfect opportunity to recognize them and choose differently. The most powerful practice you can cultivate this month is noticing the voice in your head and asking, is this thought creating more love or more fear in my system? Then gently choosing thoughts that create safety and self-compassion. Your body is also speaking to you right now, offering information about what it needs to support your manifestations this year. Maybe you're feeling more tired than usual, not because something's wrong, but because rest is becoming a priority. Your body is calibrating itself for the frequency you're growing into. When we ignore these signals and try to override our natural rhythms, we create internal friction. But when we listen and respond with kindness, we create internal harmony. And harmony is the frequency of manifestation. If your energy feels lower than you think it should, consider that you might be in a natural integration phase. Your system might be using its resources for deep internal work rather than external productivity. This is not laziness, this is wisdom. Now let's explore the beautiful duality that January is revealing, both the challenges and the gifts emerging simultaneously. What I call the shadow of this month might include the pressure to have everything mapped out, impatience with your process, comparison to others who seem to have their year planned perfectly. These feelings are natural, and they're not obstacles, they're information. But here's what I've learned. The shadow always comes bearing gifts. Your impatience might be teaching you about honoring divine timing. Your confusion might be opening you to new possibilities. Your comparison might be showing you where you've been giving your power away. The gift side of January is equally powerful. There's a deep settling happening in your nervous system, a remembering that you don't have to force your way into a good life. You can allow it to unfold from inner alignment. There's a growing trust in your own intuition, timing, and way of moving through the world, a softening around the need to prove yourself, and a strengthening of your ability to simply be yourself. You might be noticing that you're less interested in what you think you should want and more curious about what you actually desire. Less concerned with meeting external expectations and more committed to honoring your authentic self. This is not indulgence, this is integrity. And integrity is magnetic. The shadow and the gift are not separate. They're two sides of the same transformation. You don't need to eliminate the shadow to access the gift. You just need to hold both with compassion. Let me offer you some gentle practices that can help you work with January's energy. First, try this breathing practice. Place one hand on your heart and one on your belly. Inhale slowly, thinking trust. Exhale slowly, thinking flow. Do this for 2 minutes whenever you feel anxiety about not having enough answers yet. For journaling, try these prompts. What is January teaching me about my relationship with time? And if I trusted my timing completely, what would I give myself permission to feel right now? Here's a practice for accepting challenging emotions. When you notice frustration or confusion, place both hands on your heart and say internally, this feeling is welcome here. I can witness it with kindness. Then take 3 deep breaths. For mental reframing, every time you catch yourself thinking, I should be further along, gently redirect to, I am exactly where I need to be for my next level of growth. To cultivate daily awareness, set a gentle reminder 3 times a day to simply notice, how am I speaking to myself right now? Don't judge, just notice. For your evening routine, before sleep, imagine placing any worries about the future into a beautiful basket, then mentally giving it to the universe. Say, I release my need to control the timeline. Finally, consider creating a small sacred space, maybe just a candle or plant somewhere you can sit for a few minutes each day and practice being present with yourself. If you practice this tonight, you may come back and simply write done. These practices are about creating more space for kindness in your relationship with yourself. And that relationship is the foundation for everything you'll manifest this year. Remember, January is not a test you pass or fail. It's a gentle teacher offering you exactly the lessons you need to step into 2026 with more wisdom, self-trust, and alignment with your authentic self. You don't need to have it all figured out to have a beautiful year. You just need to keep choosing love over fear, trust over control, presence over pressure. What's unfolding in your life right now is not random, it's sacred. Every experience is calibrating you for the frequency of what you're calling in. Every moment of uncertainty is building your faith muscle. You are not behind, you are not broken, you are not missing anything. You are exactly where you need to be, learning exactly what you need to learn, at exactly the pace that serves your highest evolution. January is preparing you not by making you perfect, but by making you present. Not by giving you all the answers, but by teaching you to trust the questions. Not by rushing you forward, but by helping you find your own rhythm. And that rhythm, your authentic pace, your natural timing, your organic way of unfolding, that's where your magic lives. This is your invitation to stop pushing the river and start flowing with it, to stop trying to control the timeline and start trusting the process. January is teaching you that you can manifest from ease instead of effort, from alignment instead of anxiety, from self-love instead of self-pressure. Listen to what this month is whispering to your soul. Trust what your body is asking for. Honor what your heart knows to be true. You are already writing the story of 2026 with every choice you make, every thought you think, every moment of kindness you offer yourself. And it's going to be more beautiful than you can imagine.